shepherd's pie today with dishwasher going off, so it's a little bit loud and noisy. So we've got 900 grams of chopped potatoes and an onion. Kind of roughly chopped, and then the potatoes don't need to cook yet because the meat and the vegetables, which I'm going to cook first, take about 40 minutes. So the potatoes will sit there in the water until about 10-15 minutes before the meat is done, and then we put them on to boil. Now this recipe is full of ingredients that should still be available in the shops. So 4 carrots, 4 small carrots, 2 and 3 big ones. So big splash of oil. So the roughly chopped onions and carrots in there, like a big heavy casserole dish or a heavy frying pan, non-stick frying pan. So while that's frying, we need to get half a litre of beef stock, just a stock cube, dissolved in some boiling water, so have that on the side ready to go. I have lamb mince here. It says 500 grams in the recipe, and I don't think that's enough, because this is got so full. So I'd say about 700 grams. Maybe even more, maybe 800 grams. Then we can find. So anyway, the vegetables are softening in the saucepan, and then we just bung the mince in there. So minced beef is obviously cottage pie, minced lamb is shepherd's pie. So you can see there's lots of oil coming off the lamb, but it is browning away. I like the chunky veg because it's a hearty meal. It's basically a one pot meal essentially. You can have green and veg or peas with it if you want. But anyway, that's going on there. That's probably take about 10-15 minutes. So I'm using slightly more lamb than there was in the recipe to brown up. So when it's properly brown, you know it's done. It's quite funny, the iPhone's eyes are actually better than my eyes now. My eyes are getting a bit of shit. So I can actually tell what's pink more easily through the phone. But anyway, yeah, we're nearly there. Nearly there. This may seem like sacrilege, but I can't find tomato puree for love nor money where I live, so I'm using this. Tomato ketchup is actually a really good ingredient. There's too much sugar and salt in it, obviously, but it needs must at the moment. And basically, it'll be there to help give it a bit of a tomato kick. There you go. That's it, and it goes. So yeah, about the equivalent of about 2 tablespoons of that. Oh, and this, the best thing ever. So Worcester sauce, which has to go in there too. So it's all still bubbling away. So you've got that nice tomato kick in there as well, and the spiciness of the Worcester sauce. It's all looking good. Okay, so we now need to add the beef stock, which is just a beef stock cube in about, well, if you're using 500 grams of mince, you use 500 millilitres of stock. So if you're using more mince like I am, just a little bit more stock. So just making sure that the cube has dissolved. Stir with whatever you've got lying around. So that's my extra stock that I put in. So it looks kind of runny. Ooh, looks very runny. That will cook for 40 minutes. So that's my baby there, cooking away. So essentially bring it to a simmer, so it's quite a kind of, not a high heat, quite a low heat. So if you're using gas, it's not making too much noise, popping rather than sizzling. And then what you do is you just let it, you put a top over it, so you cover it for 20 minutes, and after 20 minutes you uncover it, and that should, the uncovering bit should hopefully get rid of some of the excess moisture. So that's it. So that's we just leave that be now, and then before it's 10 minutes before it's due, you can then put on the potatoes, which can boil away for 10 to 15 minutes. Obviously give them a prod with your implement, and then when they're done, you can construct it, which we will do in about 40 minutes. Okay, see you later. So we've got potatoes cooked for about 25 minutes, only breaking up, and then our lamb mince with carrots and onions. You should. Okay, so if you're ever find that your sauce, like a mincy sauce, is getting too thin, it's like it needs thickening up, then this is the simplest thing, to just sprinkle it in it through a sieve to make it finer, and then you can add it to it just a little bit here and there, and that'll thicken your sauce. The other thing that a lot of chefs do is they add the flour to the mince or the meat. Good tip if you're making a stew is when you fry up your onions, then you add your meat, and you do a sprinkling of flour in with it as well. And when it's browned and then it fries up, and you've got an extra thickening agent in there. So I did a little bit of extra of this. Recommend, if you're thinking about wine choices, is a Cabernet Sauvignon or a Merlot from Chile. It goes very, very well with shepherd's pie. So mashed potato loves fresh rosemary. It also loves salt and pepper, and it also loves butter. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm just putting all these into our mash. For the topping of the pie. A bit of cream if you want to cream them round, or just butter and salt and pepper. But not too much. liquid or fat or anything, because it needs to be fluffy. It needs to be kept kind of quite light, because it's going to obviously sit on top of the meat. So some people like to put other flavours in. Horseradish sauce is really good, but I like cheese, so I'm going to put a sprinkling of grated mature cheddar cheese on top of this, so it gives it all a kind of brown topping. Now comes the really, really tricky bit. There are lots of little techniques to do this, but my probably main one is to literally do it in tiny little. There are lots of techniques to this, but my technique is to do it in tiny little blobs. So basically using a spoon and another spoon, basically put little pots on there, and then using the grated cheese, kind of fill in the gaps. I've used a fork to lightly just spread out the potato, and then, like I said, fill in the gaps with a little bit of cheddar cheese to taste. Voila. And then I've preheated the oven to about 180 degrees, and that should be done in about 25 minutes. Kitchen is filthy. I'm going to clean it up.